Welcome back to the channel, guys. Happy New Year, depending on which part of the world you at. But today I just wanted to make a short little video for you regarding a few units and their abilities that you might have not known about or seen them yet due to not having access to closed beta. First of all, I would like to give a big shout out to a Reddit user, August By, who caught a glimpse of this unit from Loco's VOD and made a post about it on Stormgate Reddit. To be honest, I haven't seen Loco's VOD before, and I'm glad I saw it now because there's a few things that I didn't know about, and now I'm able to share it with you as well. In case you would like to check it out the whole VOD yourself, I'll leave a link to it in description below. Once again, guys, if you enjoyed this kind of videos and would like to stay updated on Stormgate and other upcoming RTS games, hit the like and subscribe button. Your feedback is always appreciated. First unit that we're gonna look at today is Hornet. Now, Hornet can be constructed at a hangar bay, and in description it says that it's a mobile anti-aircraft, gains increased speed and damage when out of combat, can use launch skymine and return to hangar. Now, funny enough, even though it says in the description that it's anti-air, we also know that it has some anti-ground units attacks as well. Hornet has a couple abilities as well, and the first one is Yellow Jacket Pulse, which targets air units, has a damage of 30 and range of 5. Then we also have a Reclaimer Stinger, which is targets ground units, and it does 7 damage, range of 5, which is very little amount of damage compared to the air damage. And it has the same attack speed as the Yellow Jacket Pulse. It also has the ability called Launch Skymine. Launches a flying mine at a target location that lasts for 120 seconds. Upon activation by an enemy air unit, it will chase down its target and detonate, dealing 50 damage to enemy air units in the area, slowing them down for 10 seconds. Costs 25 energy as well. I think overall this is an interesting unit. Kind of reminds me of a Wraith from the StarCraft 2, especially in the campaign. Unfortunately, we don't know if it's gonna go invisible like Wraith, but yeah, overall it can shoot ground and air units, but it's mostly focused on anti-air units. So I'm definitely excited to check it out once we're gonna get our hands on a beta. Next, we got Skyrider. There's not a whole lot of information on the Skyrider, but according to the Stormgate wiki page, it says that the Skyrider is a human-resistant unit in Stormgate, and it's a levitating spherical support unit, and it's been mostly compared to the science vessel from StarCraft. Now, even though we don't have a lot of gameplay footage of this unit, I did caught a glimpse of it in some of the trailers, and it looks like it's not a transport because we do have a transport unit already in Stormgate, and it looks like it is able to shoot at the ground units. Maybe it could provide some debuffs on the enemy units, or maybe even buffing some of our friendly units as well. Who knows, maybe it will even have some sort of a CC that we can use on the air or ground units, and maybe healing, another healing unit. That'd be very interesting considering that StarCraft had a flying healing unit that was also in transport. So but we'll have to just wait and see till the beta comes out. Next unit is definitely something more special. According to the wiki page, its name is Giga Mech. It is most likely going to be like an end game unit. It says on the wiki page that Giga Mech was conceptualized by Jonathan Ryder as part of the work on the visual design of the Resistance. It will not necessarily be in the final product, but it has been labeled as a possible end game unit. And it's very interesting because even looking at some of the arts design, it seems like it's pretty much the size of a building and way bigger than some of our basic ground units and some of the mechs. So Could be like a very end late game siege unit that we can construct. That's considering that it's taking up pretty much the size of a building. So definitely very interesting to see it. And yeah, just a little tease of it. So, and hopefully you guys like it. And let me know what you think about this one's particular. Do you guys want to see more siege units like this in the games? Do you think other factions gonna have big units like that? Definitely excited to see it in game. Next, we have a multi-fighter mech. The multi-fighter mech is a possible human resistance unit in Stormgate. It is about half as tall as the light mech, placing it around 3 meters tall. And it says on the wiki page that it was conceptualized by Leah Boisman, and hopefully I pronounced the last name properly, as part of the work and the visual design of the Resistance. Inspiration was taken from Buzz Lightyear, we can definitely see that, and the F-14 Tomcat. Now, it's as always, these are all arts, and we might not be able to see these units in game. However, pretty much every strategy game had some sort of a jetpack. You know, we've seen units like these before in games all the time, you know, even in StarCraft and Warhammer games, we always had a jetpack unit. So this is very likely could be in-game unit, and who knows, maybe a late game unit too. Very interesting. Maybe even a hero. Another unit that we've seen from some of the Human Vanguards trailer is this sort of looking carrier. Almost reminds me of Protoss carrier. Are we gonna see little ships flying out of this one? Or according to the wiki page, this could be an aerial bomber. I mean, in the trailer we don't see it's any small planes coming out of it, so who knows, maybe this is a bomber. And according to wiki, it says that aerial bomber deals massive damage to the ground targets, but this is offset by how slow it is. Upgrades are available that can mitigate its slow but not completely remove it. So interesting. I wonder if they're talking about a completely different unit, or maybe this is the bomber unit that they are talking about. Who knows? Definitely excited to see this, and I'm kind of excited about some flying units, even though they said that aerial combat might not be as big as in the previous games. You know, they more serve as a support unit. Who knows, maybe we actually get to see these units like this in game even more, and potentially like a battle cruiser. That would be definitely interesting from StarCraft. Hopefully people are not gonna spam 20 of them per game, but yeah, exciting. And that's it for the units, and now we can move to some of the abilities that I've seen from Locos VOD, guys. Once again, I will include it in the description below if you guys want to check out the VOD itself in its whole entirety and kind of just get a full hour of raw gameplay footage of the Stormgate as well. But some of the abilities that I've seen goes to those hedgehog cars, those RC cars that people have been calling them as well. And I noticed it has an ability called Hunker Down. And in the description it says Hunker Down deploys, increases the range of the hedgehog anti-air attacks, and it decreases its ammo recharge time, disables its anti-ground attack. So it's very interesting. So I'm assuming since it increases the range of the hedgehog anti-air attacks, I'm assuming that hedgehogs are able to shoot air units. However, this way it turns into basically a turret that it gets increased in its range, and it cannot move, it cannot shoot at the ground units anymore, but it can also now shoot at specifically air units. Very interesting how people are gonna utilize these. And it takes it looks like it says a cooldown of 2, and you get it upgraded at the machine lab as well. I'm very interested in how people are gonna use this ability in the game. Are we gonna see people just putting the hedgehogs all over the map as to have like anti-air defense for their base? Or, you know, how fast are we gonna be able to deploy this stuff? It will be very interesting to see people just mass produce these units and just quickly switch between ground and anti-air units. So yeah, definitely can't wait to get my hands on this stuff and try the Hunker Down. And one more ability that I've seen from Locos VOD that nobody really talked much about is called Flame Coil Lariat. Now, this ability is for the Inferno's Magmadon. If you remember that riding rhino looking unit that can charge through the trees and the units as well, it has also ability to basically CC enemy flying units. And the Flame Coil Lariat description reads, lasses a target enemy flying unit, causing it to fall from the sky, stunning it for 3 seconds, and you can research it at the Shadow Craft. Now, it's very interesting because it looks like it's not available to a lot of the units to be able to actually do something like this. I'm very curious how people are going to use this. It's kind of nice to see that we're seeing these multi-use units like Hedgehog being anti-air, anti-ground unit as well, and also looks like the Infernos are getting some sort of a CC and like a debuff unit as well. They can be a frontline unit and CC air unit, so that's very nice. And that's all I have for you guys today. Overall, I'm very excited to see these abilities in game, especially we're going to get access to closed beta in February. And yeah, well, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. And guys, if you would like to see more content regarding Stormgate and other upcoming RTS games, please hit the subscribe button. Leave your feedback below as well. It's very appreciated. And yeah, guys, I will catch you in the next one. See you later.